want to talk to you about witching hour. We all know that from around 3 to 5 p.m. or bedtime, the kids are just a little extra clingy, a little extra moody, a little extra everything that can overstimulate you as a mom and make you feel like you want to scream. And according to scientists or a quick Google search, witching hour is classified as those hours, but only for newborn babies. But if you're like me and you have toddlers or little older, younger kids, you will have noticed that this still applies for dinner as well. That witching hour, as society puts it, is there that they are a little extra clingy, a little extra difficult in the afternoons, especially when nap times are not used for napping. So today I want to talk to you about how to escape the fear of so-called witching hour. How to escape the fear of so-called witching hour. How to just navigate your day to improve this specific time of the day, and how to set yourself up for success. How to feed into yourself and prepare yourself for the hard time. It is probably going to come later in the day. So here in today's video, I am going to take you along with us. We started around 3 p.m. and we took a trip outside just to ensure that some energy is basically out, to ensure that we get some grounding done and just find some peace from being in God's creation. So I do love to start my afternoons that way, in God's creation, letting the kids play outside, because sometimes they play so nicely that I can leave them outside while I need to cook dinner. When I need to cook dinner, I can still see them from the kitchen. I don't let them have access to the entire garden. I only let them have access to the parts that I can see out of the window, and there's gates there, so they cannot escape, and I can watch them constantly. If you're new here, I'm Bianca, I'm one of the bosses, and here we focus on living set apart as a Christian family, in the way we run our home, in the way we parent, in the way we do marriage, in the way we think about every single thing in life. And we take our thoughts captive. And we take our thoughts captive with Christ. So stick around and let's grow together. All right, so the first thing that you are going to do to improve this is stop calling it witching hour. For the power of the tongue is between life and death. And whatever you choose to use your tongue for, that is what you are going to create. You cannot say that it is a witching hour when you are a believer in Christ. Witching is satanic. It's devil worship. It's a terrible word of choice to speak out over your children, opening a door for spiritual enemy, evil power to just come in and reign. The best way to view this time is to view it as blessing hour. Blessing hour. Isn't that the most beautiful perspective to have? So instead of telling yourself, oh, it's almost that time, oh, the kids were like, why are they so clingy? Oh, look at the time, of course they're so clingy. Like, stop thinking like that and try set yourself up for success. Think of, oh, it's almost that time that I can cuddle my kids and laugh with them and bond with them a little bit more. It's almost that time of day that I get to disciple my children and teach them how to work with overstimulation, how to regulate emotions. Think of, oh, I'm so excited for who I am going to be in the next 2 hours because it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be filled with connection, with speaking life, with laughter and fun. And then follow up with that. Have a plan in action. And that is my tip number 2 for you. Have a plan in action. Have a way that is going to help you navigate this time that can be a bit more difficult for you. So instead of just cooking dinner and barking orders, try putting on some music and bringing them into it. Yes, if you're gonna cook dinner with your children, you're gonna start at 3 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. You're gonna start as early as you can. You're gonna change the dinners up so that they're easier, they're faster, less hands-on, and more like set and go, like one sheet oven pan or a slow cooker or like one pot, or put it in the pot and leave it, or less prep work such as cutting. It's extremely hard to cut vegetables when you have a child in your arms. So either have a plan for that, like buy pre-cut veggies, or do it at a different time, or, which is something we'll speak about soon, or you can just change the recipe and not cut it up. Make, instead of baking potato wedges, just bake a whole potato, or boil a whole potato and have spuds. Like, change up the menu so that it is easier on you. And you can even do that in the moment. Sometimes we do plan for certain meals and we think, okay, I'll probably be able to do this. And then the kids just ain't working with the system that they skipped nap time, or maybe they just ate too much sugar, or if they were in school, they just had one too many fights with their teacher, one too many places where they had to control themselves, and now they're letting go of control because they feel safe with you. And that can make it harder for you as a mom to keep your calm in that situation. So already setting up for success, like in that moment, you can change the dinner plans. Instead of making lasagna, you can just say, okay, I'm just gonna throw everything in a pot. Change your recipe to make it easier for you. Be creative, have a little fun. And like I said, if at all possible, involve your children in it. Let them help you cut. Let them help you just take the cut veggies and throw it into the pot or the pan or the bowl or whatever. Help you put in some salt, like scoop a little salt give the spoon to them and let them put it in the pot. If they mess salt all over, then get the little hand vacuum or the dustpan and teach them how to do that and how to clean up. Okay, saying all of this is easy to say and hard to do. At this moment while I'm recording this, I ask the kids to play quietly and all I hear is blocks being thrown around. And I get angry and I'm like, stop throwing the blocks around and making a massive mess. And that is a typical overreaction. And you know what is actually going on? The blocks are being tidied. They're throwing the blocks into the bin. So sometimes we need to stop just reacting and we need to pause and take it in. What are they trying to do? What skill are they trying to practice? Sometimes they're trying to just learn how to open and close things, and your entire container of plastics are like your tire cabinet is all out on the floor. You know, it's those days where you decide today's going to be a good day. Today I'm going to handle this well. Today I'm going to do this. And then Satan's like, oh, are you? Let's test it. And it's a lot. So my next tip that I can give you is prep as much as you can, because we all know that those 2-3 hours are more difficult emotionally than the rest of the day. So if any way possible, prep for them. If you are at home like me or a half day at home, then you can prep for dinner in the morning. You can set everything out. You can chop up stuff during breakfast. You can already boil what needs to be boiled if it needs to be boiled and then bake. You can already set yourself up for the success later in the day. Make sure the dishwasher is clean so you can pack as you go throughout the day and things like that. And what I love to do actually is make dinner in the mornings. If it's not something that really needs to stay fresh, and I can and I am capable and I have the time, which honestly is not every single day, but when possible, I try and cook dinner in the mornings or even early afternoon, like start at 1 and make dinner instead of at 3, so that at 3 o'clock it's connection time. Or if you are not at home, try and prep whatever you can over a weekend. And yes, you're going to think of you're losing your weekend time, but that's again the wrong perspective to have. Take your thoughts captive and tell them the truth. I am helping future me. I am setting our family up for success. I am setting up the rest of the week for success. And I am being a good steward of my home by ensuring that everything is in a way that is going to improve my family's connection and love and their time together. And that's the perspective you need to focus on. So prepping where you can beforehand. Now, I do want to say when I only had one child, it was a lot easier. She would play independently quite well. She still plays independently well, but she's in pretend stage, so she constantly wants me to pretend with her, and that can overstimulate my brain a lot. So my rule with her is we can play pretend during other times, but when I'm cooking, you are more than welcome to help me cook, or whatever the task is. I'm just using cooking as an example, like whatever in that time of day when you feel overstimulated, whatever that specific task is, I'm like, no pretend play. You can help me or you can just have a conversation with me. We can listen to something, but we are not engaging in pretend play because that is extremely overstimulating. And I do not want to go to a place where I might shout at you, because our connection is more important to me than play. And usually she understands that. And I tell her, when we're done with this task, then we can do it again. Or we just ensure that we do it earlier in the day and connect with them first. When you connect with them first, they are more willing to let you go and do whatever you need to do after, or coming in alongside you and helping you. In this time, do not engage in a power struggle. If it's a dangerous situation, just remove the child. If they scream, let them scream. Better always to focus on calming your emotion regulation first before you can help your child. Now here is my... Where did no one go? I just saw a floating hat. Best tip for you: pray before it starts and pray without ceasing during it. This is not going to make you not fail, because you're human. Days will go wrong. But if it goes wrong, you repent to God and to your children and you ask them for forgiveness. But if you pray before you walk into this, before you even take one step into that time, if you feel that tension rising, you immediately stop. Say, everyone take hands. We need to pray right now. And pray for the calm, pray for the peace, pray for the love, pray for the fun. He will carry you and give you strength when you are weak. And He will be there for you. So may your blessing hour in the future be a blessing to you and your family. May you be ready for it. And may it be a time of connection and growth for your family as well. Thank you for growing with me, and I'll see you in the next one. If you need more advice on how to speak life over your children, watch this next video over here.